All right, greetings everyone. Staying in the light radio. As soon as I get these inspirations, downloads, words from on high, I do not hesitate to come and share them with you because if I don't, they may be lost forever from me. Somebody else is going to get it. So I want to share with you this what I have received through my study and research. Now, this is for those who have been following my videos because we are having class. Every video is a class, putting pieces of puzzles together of how we get in this mess. So before I talked about the bankers and how they was the real criminals that profit from all war, particularly international bankers, but they have because they have the control of the nations. This debt problem. Yeah. In other words, when you owe someone, you become their slave. So all these countries are in debt. They're indebted to the international bankers, International Monetary Fund, uh, all these international organizations, nothing but gangsters. So I got another piece to add to the fire. You remember the 1930s when they had this, I won't say the cause of the bankruptcy, we know this was from the Moorish Empire because we was giving deeds to all the land in the Americas. Noble Ali was. So all these international bankers felt that we was coming back and their money and their assets were not safe in America. So they start withdrawing large sums from their banks. That's what caused the bankruptcy. When nobody lied to you. I think I shared this some time ago. Now, with every action, there's a reaction. For every cause, there's an effect. Now, you remember all these bank robbers in America around the same time, 1930s? You know, Jesse James, uh, all of them. You remember all of them? The James, no, not Jesse James, because he was a little earlier. The one that Ellen Ness was following. Machine Gun Kelly and people like that. What's another one? Schultz. Uh, Here's some names you remember. Anyway, a lot of these gangsters was breaking in these jails, getting their people out. The people's on the side of the gangsters, the ones who was robbing the banks. Why was these people robbing the banks? Because the banks has robbed them. Remember they told everybody to turn their gold in? That's why people was up against the banks. This is history. It's not my opinion, but you do your own research. This is just for entertainment purposes. Entertaining a part of you that's looking for the truth. Dillinger, that's the one I want you to remember. Frank Dillinger, he was the main one who was doing all this robbery and things like this in these banks. And the people's on his side because the banks has forced people to turn in all their gold. They made it illegal for you to keep your gold. So people were just poor. They was now this was not everybody, on these movies when you see these people in these bread lines, you never see melanated people there because we didn't feel the depression like they did. We wasn't in the cities like they were. We had our own plantations. We had our own land where we grew our own food. So we didn't suffer from that. So that's why you didn't see us in those bread lines. Most of these people who were suffering was immigrants. So they had no tie to the land, even though a lot of them was given land, but they had to be taught how to farm, how to work it. So that's the part we played. So the main idea I want you to share in this piece of the puzzle is that the people who was robbing the banks was looked upon by the people as their friends because the bank has robbed the people of their goal. So this is history. You can go and do your own research and let me know if what I'm saying is true. Okay? And the reason why they were such cruel, now these bankers, they really didn't try to do a lot of killing. They wasn't killers. They was mostly trying to get back the money from the banks. Now I'm not saying they was justified in robbing. No one is justified in robbing, no matter who does it. Whether it's government or banks, no one is justified in robbing people. I'm just going through my research, what I found out, these people. And the reason why the Texas Rangers was ruthless when it came to them, they didn't try to arrest anybody. You know why they tried to arrest anybody? Because they had humiliated these officers. They had broken into police stations and locked up the police. They made the police look like very incompetent people, even though they didn't try to kill them all. Most of the ones was killed by accident. So they hated them because they made them look so incompetent. They when they broke into these police stations, they would steal their bulletproof vests and guns and everything. That's why they were so well armed. They stole it from the police. So they had it in for them. They had burning hatred for these gangsters because of how they humiliated them. And that's why when they caught them, you remember the Bonnie and Clyde thing, right? They filled them all with holes. They just had no mercy. That was a payback, really. So that's my little intake on this piece of history, putting the puzzle together. Hope you enjoyed it. And thank those subscribers. We're getting there. I'm going to have this channel bumping and rumping pretty soon. Just be patient with me. Doing a lot of work on the background. And we're going to all get there together. Some people have sent me some assistance of how to do certain things, particularly how to invite all of my dedicated subscribers. That has been a problem. But we're all going to get there. Appreciate your patience. Continue to subscribe and pass the word because you're the first. A lot of y'all going to be glad that you signed up when